I'll tell you what's also unfortunate, or maybe not, right? Maybe it's a twist of fortune for my guy Van Hunt, right? Because he was on the hunt for Hallie's heart. Well, he already has it, but I guess he wanted to put a ring on it. Because if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it, right? Apparently, they were listening to Beyonce. But Van Hunt said recently, right, that, hey, Halle Berry, who was married three times, right? I think he was married once. He wants to put another ring on it. He wants to walk down that aisle because she makes him smile. But she was like, nah, I don't know. It's up in the air, right? But Hallie's well over 50, or not well over 50. She still looks good. She looks amazing, but she's a little over 50. Are the rules different? Do we feel differently about this? Because many of us are married. We're a marriage-centered pod, or we believe it. We're pro-marriage, right? But here's Halle kind of saying, hey, man, I don't know. I'm kind of good on that. We don't even really need marriage right now. Now, juxtapose that with people who've already been married, let's say for 20 years, and then decide to get divorced after 50, right? Are the playing field, is the playing field differently after 50? I mean, I know they fucking, but when it comes to marriage though, right? Because we all know people still fucking, the numbers are out there. But when it comes to like post 50, right? How do we feel about maybe somebody like Halle who's been married and she don't know she needs to get married again to, justify their love? And then you got people who've been married. And it's like, you know what, man, this shit hasn't been working out for me and I'm ready to move on. Right? Is there a difference between how men and women are viewed in these cases? What say you? Gender war. Let's talk about it.
First off, Halle is, I believe, like 58. So she is almost well over 50. I think you can almost say that because she's like practically 60. And she's been through some things. You know what I mean? And age should teach wisdom. And if age doesn't, then experience should. And she's had both, right? And so I'm looking at her pause on this as a couple of things. So I'm gonna first give you like my more reasoned take. The reasoned take is the lady's taking her time. Okay, she don't know how much time she got left in life, right? And she needs to be, you know what I'm saying? So she can check out at any time. She wants to be sure that all her time is spent with the right person. If they already kicking it, why they gotta get married to say they're gonna keep on kicking it? All they gotta do is keep kicking it. They're so old, and the things in life that people get married for, to start a family, to build this and build that, they're already beyond those stages in their lives. So I'm like, girl, take your time, walk it down. You know what I mean? She shows that their bond is strong, and it doesn't need to be validated by other people. You know what I mean? Whatever they got, what they got, right? And he's like, hey, you need me to marry you so people know I'm really feeling that way. She's like, nah, baby, I don't need that. And I'm like, that's cool, right? That's my reason to pro. And let me tell you what the hustler side of me say. It say that Halle Berry is making a very shrewd move when it comes to the price of the pussy. Okay, because what we're seeing socially is a commodization of the cooch, right? From the Vanessa, story, from who's having baby daddies with who. Everybody, even from WAP, man, there's been a price that's being put on the punani and what people should do for it and what it should go for. And what she is saying, because somebody labeled her with trash coop a while ago. I'm using all the names so y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. Somebody labeled her a while ago. They said she had it bad. Now, if she turns this guy down and he sticks around, then the price of her goes sky high. Because who would stick around, propose, be turned down, and come again for some bad pussy? Nobody, I tell you. Nobody.
I'm literally stuttering. I have no words for what you just said and how you concluded that. I have no words. I have some words, but they're words that I can't say on the air, and especially not
We'll beep it
within
out in post-production.
Yeah. And so one of my questions is, what the fuck? And followed immediately by, why?
What do you mean?
How did you get to that conclusion that she's withholding marriage because it would increase the value of her box? Because for a long time ago, people were saying her box was trash. And so therefore, this versus, hey, maybe she tired of paying fucking alimony. Maybe she tired of these men taking her to the cleaners. And now she realized that this piece that she has, i.e. peace of mind, not piece of her box, but her peace of mind is more valuable than what these checks she has to write. She writing checks right now to her ex-husband, or at least 2 to 3 ex-husbands she's still writing checks for, and child support for one of them. And so maybe she decided, you know what? I don't learn the lesson. The first time, okay, I got it. Second time, okay. Third time, man, I got took to the cleaners, and I'm just not trying to get a fourth time, because even though we can have a prenup, even though we can have all of this, all these things will end up being renegotiable, and I'm just tired. It ain't got nothing to do with her goddamn box. But I'm going to say on the more positive side of the house of why she probably don't want to get married now that we've got the foolery and the fuckery out pertaining to her box. At least I hope that's what we got out. But for some reason, I don't feel like that's going to happen on this episode because Devin was talking about her box in the last segment. But anyways, with that being said, let me calm down just a little bit. Okay, it's not about the box. It's not about the, okay, anyways. So with that being said, I want to give some other reasons why she may not have wanted to get married. And one, she's already done the wife thing. She's tired of being a wife. She did it 3 times. And you know what? And it didn't work out for her. And what she get from a mediocre anniversary dinner and a man who still don't know what her favorite wine was? Probably not, because they probably didn't take the time to know that much. She knows peace is priceless, like I already said. Now her box is priceless. Her peace of mind is priceless. Also, what the hell is a benefit for her to get married at this age? I'm going to be honest, because great divorces are increasing, and that by the time they're 65, they end up divorced yet again, even if they got married at 50. And because marriage, even though most people say marriage benefit women more, that's a lie. Because men actually live longer when they're married. So make it make sense. So if she's already content and peaceful, why the hell she need to get married? I'm just saying. And I support marriages. And I actually support what I call elderly marriages too. And so I think you can find geriatric love where you can and be happy. And if that geriatric love or love in general is just companionship, I'm for that too. I don't think necessarily because she's already financially stable and she wants to stay that way. I actually believe that's her most fundamental contributing factor is that she wants to make sure she keeps her money and not deal with the foolery and the fuckery that came with the last relationship. And I'm not saying this guy's a bad guy or anything. I don't know him from Adam to Eve and I didn't check out his net worth or anything. And so I think that she just valued his companionship more and feel that at this point in her life, she does not need to put a ring on it. She's secure in herself. She know who she is. She's going through menopause apparently and got a whole series about it. And she was like, hey, I'm good. Let me just enjoy this moment and let me just be. And I support that for her.
I'm forced to agree with S&M on this. Just a bit. You know, that why you guys put in
What?
these situations. Yeah, I mean, she's pushing 60. I don't think it's the necessity that it was, maybe 30, years ago or whenever she was, a lot younger. I do support, great marriages. I mean, it's great at any age, but I do believe this is more of an economic thing than anything else. Look, I don't want to spend my money again. I'm doing that right now. And she's been married a couple of times. So maybe she had a level of self-awareness. Like, you know what? I clearly suck at this. So let me you'll just be in my obituary as my special friend. And that's okay. We know who it is. And we'll just have to move on. That's just going to have to be what it is. You know, I will take. He should be listening. I'm with Halle Berry. Everybody knows it. It's not like she's not claiming him publicly. He's going to have to be okay with that at 60. But hopefully she'll change her mind. I do support marriage at any age, and it'll be a good thing if she does it. But I understand from a financial standpoint why she wouldn't do it.
You know what I love about y'all is that I just be nailing it on the head sometimes, just not often, but just when y'all do, y'all do a really good job of nailing it on the head, right? But I want to so I have to be creative in terms of where can I get in there, right? Now, I just hope that sometimes as men will pause. I tried to make a menopause reference there. It was a tough corner to turn, but okay, I still say if I can, I'm gonna try, right? But I do have a question. It's rhetorical. If your box was trash before menopause, ... and I want to focus real quick on the positive, right? Because y'all all talked, y'all didn't mention my man Van, right? There was a story that we wanted to talk about. We didn't quite get to it, right? It was about whether or not men want relationships. And so my man Van, where y'all want to focus on the negative, was like, y'all want to marry this girl. Even though I'm 60, even though I done been in a relationship before or whatever, there are men out here who are romantic still, right? Who believe in the institution, who want to, in the eyes of the Lord and their family and God or whoever, right, to do that. So kudos to him for still wanting that. You dig what I'm saying? And kudos to him for still wanting that with her, despite her shortcomings that has been well documented as far as her trash box and now with the menopause thing.